You know, we pass this baton, but I'm not going to pass this baton as a burden to you. I'm not going to pass this to some things I must have overcame, and I can show you that I overcame some things, and it's fair, and I can pass this baton so that you don't have to fall victim. That's how we not fall victim. Individually, any one of us can fall victim. We need to reinforce ourselves with ourselves. You know, so why you see people talking and stuff, tell me, hey, yes it was you. I remember walking down the block and seeing some of y'all too. It can happen to anyone. You're not exempt from nothing. You know, so you in the universe, man, you got to see your role in this universe, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, woman, and child, as it is in the above, so shall be on this earth. That's what you're talking about. You know? But each one of them, we need each other. And I'm going to say it, and I'm trying to, if I touch one person, maybe another person, even an older person, because we all straight from our ways. And seed, that's all we do is plant seeds. All that about how long you've been here and all that don't move nothing. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations that you're here right now. Because right now is the only thing that makes any difference. You know, because the dead is in a watch, you know what you watch, the children are where? The grave. We're talking about a physical death. You know, when we say Lord lives, it is to us. We're coming together as one. But if you don't want to come together, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt suddenly die, God will no warning, no people, one wicked was wicked way. That same thing, what? God is wicked, but it's blood, so I apply it down here. They certainly knew his Lord was to carry out his something and did according to his will, so he beat him with many stripes. Now, I should exactly the F, not a P. Should exactly put that P in there so it goes. It's with an F. Stripes, trials, tribulations. And this is why we go through trials and tribulations, because we ain't got each other back. Because there's no love. Or a lack of love. Because there is some love, but we wouldn't be here if it wasn't there. There is some, but a lack of love. Because there's a lack of trust. Because you ain't going to trust me if you're going to love something you don't trust. You say, what's love got to do? It ain't got nothing to do with it if there ain't no love. There ain't no trust. There ain't no trust, there's no respect. There ain't going to be no trust. And it's all about respect, man. You know what I'm saying? Respect yourself first. Then you can respect somebody else. You don't respect you, then you don't care about nobody else. You know, just like with the man that got stamped in the store. You say, you know why? Because they want the $8 jeans. Wranglers so they can hang on the food. Why? Because they don't have no self-respect. So they have no self-respect, so they have no regard for what? Meaning what? Life. They just want to get what they want to get when they want to get it and how they want to get it. Just like you do drugs and alcohol and all of the rest, when it progresses to that degree, you don't care who you hurt. You don't care this and that. You're just looking for that fix. You know that, understand? Those are physical sensations that deal with the physical life. So if your mind ain't right, then your body ain't going to be right. And if your health ain't right, your mind ain't going to be right. It all walks hand in hand. You know? A lot of people want to justify, rationalize some of the most outright nonsense. When we looking around, we say, man, this firstborn here, this one, this one. And not even just putting them on it, but brothers, this and that. Our health. And we was taught better than that. I know I was. And if I know I was, then I know those that came before me and was teaching me was as well. You know? I got to do better with my health. I got hypertension. It ain't hard to tell you. I can see the reason why. This and that. But no, it ain't a because I'm a real pastor. I can up on the stage and back from you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is to exercise your mind, your emotions, getting calmly with that center plane of energy. When we speak, what you like to remember? Mental, physical, emotional will is able to control infinity. Not the physical understanding. Mental, physical, emotional. That's also what? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, going what? Quality. It goes to the quality, what's up, you got to control it. That's when you got to control it. You got to control your mind, your body, and your emotions. If you say you are yourself, Lord and Master. You know, and if you look at the trials and tribulations and the struggles we go through, it's because sometimes we allow the external first forces of that world to penetrate the inside. You know, easy letting the wrong, hard to get letting the right. That don't just pertain to 85%. That means when you ain't building on your power, you will be destroyed with your power. You know? Ain't nothing out there that's so attractive to the outside, to the reality of people. But we was taught not to be what? Followers, but be leaders. Lead yourself. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.